Hey, Shalom. Call Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Chakwadash, the ones the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to brothers and highways and byways doing the work sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting that good fight of faith. Lord willing, you're found in that number, okay? Alright, so I believe I'm going to entitle this, What is RFID? What is RFID? Alright, so the reason why I'm gonna go down this route with this is because, we hear at Great Millstone, when we speak about, the prophecies and things coming to pass, especially the prophecy in the book of Revelation, 13th chapter, we talk about the RFID microchip, and people lose their minds, man. For some reason or another, when they hear that word chip, it's like all bets are off, and everything is now, some conspiracy theory. Okay, well, let's just go this way, right? Let's find out what RFID is. Let's find out what it does. Okay, and then we'll put the pieces of the puzzle together, and then you can ask yourself, is this plausible? Is this what it's talking about? All right, because like I said, you got a lot of people who turn their nose up when they hear the word RFID microchip, and they're just fixated on that word chip for some reason. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. I'm gonna play a couple clips and got a couple scriptures and just some basic information concerning the RFID technology. All right, so we're gonna go from here. Let's go back. We'll go here. What is RFID? Radio frequency identification. That's exactly what it is. All right. Now, what people fail to realize is radio frequency identification is in many different applications. Okay. We say RFID microchip, and people think that that's all it is, a microchip. All right. But what you fail to realize is that radio frequency identification technology is in cell phones, okay? It's in computers, it's in smartwatches, it's in everything, okay? It's in everything. But you wouldn't know that because you don't desire to just look into things. So we here at Great Millstone gotta break it down, teach you, show you, and whether you hear, whether you forbear, that's on you. All right? But this technology has been around for a very, very long time. So let's go here. This is the history of radio frequency identification technology. It says we use RFID every day, sometimes without knowing. For example, when accessing public transport, using your passport to board a flight, or when making payments in a store. All right. And as I was saying earlier, the RFID technology has been around and it's in damn near everything you touch. Okay. Damn near everything you put your hands on, whatever electronic device it may be, has some form of RFID technology. You got your smart cars. They got RFID technology. You got like I said, you got your smart watches, your smartphones, the tablets. All right. Your computers, just a lot of everyday things that you use has this radio frequency identification information in it, technology in it. All right. It says our radio frequency identification uses electromagnetic fields to identify and track objects which carry either a passive or active tag. Unlike passive tags that require energy from a nearby RFID reader to be detected, active tags have their own power source to broadcast their unique identification number, and thanks to this, the tags can be detected by a reader over a long distance. Okay, now this is what happens, and this is why you have your 5G networking set up. Okay. This is why, because now not only they're going to be able to track you without having a power source, but it's going to be able to track millions and millions of people all at once. You know, you people think 5G is set up so you can get better phone service. It ain't got a goddamn thing to do with your phone service. All right. It says, like barcodes, RFID tags can be used to quickly identify an object. However, unlike barcodes, several tags can be scanned at once and without the need for physical sight of the label, thus reducing time spent on stock. All right, so keep in mind, when you do a lot of research on RFID technology, it's not going to give you, the I should say the tracking information, which is, the chip, if you will. It's not going to give you that outright. Some articles will, some articles won't, but the bulk of the articles, they're not going to tell you that it's specifically designed to track people. All right. So I'll leave these links in the description box. There's a lot of information. Let me jump down a little bit. It says in 1945, a group of boys from the Young Peer Organization of the Soviet Union presented a carved ceremonial seal of the U.S. to a U.S. ambassador. Matter of fact, let me get down. All right, this is what I want here. It says in 1970, RFID tags were used to monitor railways carriages. Okay, today RFID tags are used by many organizations such as NHS, the big retail chain across the world, to track assets, manage stock, and control quality process. Due to technological advancements, these tags can be used to track almost anything, thanks to the simple idea created by Thurman decades before. So it says here, Charles Walton in 1983, he filed the first patent with the word RFID NFC. So therefore, that's when RFID technology first came into play by Charles Walton, because he was the first one to file the patent for it. But as you see, in the 70s it was used. So this technology is not new. This technology is being mastered. It's being crafted. It's being, critiqued. And they have it perfected at this point. Okay? Now it's just, we wait on Yahweh Shai Shai to give Esau the green light. And that's another thing I want to say about this RFID technology. This is not Esau's technology, man. This is all Yahweh Shai's technology. But he's using Esau to administer it. All right? Now here's another form of RFID technology. All right? Let's say you're in the gym and Esau hems you up or whatever, and they put you on house arrest. You can't go so many places. You can't go so far. What are they going to do? They're going to put this ankle bracelet on you and track you that way. Because once again, it's identification. It's identifying who you are, where you are, what time you went somewhere. Okay? Now, why is it so far-fetched for somebody to believe that the RFID microchip is the same damn thing, man? It's the same thing. But what you people don't understand is the reason why Esau wants to put this microchip into place. So let's go back. Habakkuk 2:5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell, and is death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Now, how is he going to do that? What can he do? Here we are. We're in the last days here. Yahweh Shai is about to strike, man. Okay? So what can he do to heap to himself all nations and all people? How's he going to do that? Okay? He's going to do that by means of radio frequency identification. That's how he's going to do it. All right. So I'm not going to say the word chip right now because you got to focus on what the purpose is of the RFID identification. Okay. You know, it's not just a thing that the men of Great Millstone and very many other brothers out there. Shit, even Esau, even the devil knows what it is. And you got men out there who are supposed to be men of the Lord and so spiritual, and they can't receive it. All right. But the point being, he wants to heap to himself all nations and all people. What's he going to do that? How can he get that done? All right. So let's go here. All right. I'm going to click on this. Now, this is going to throw me around a little bit, so bear with me. I don't want to download. I just want to open it. Damn thing. Let's download it anyway. Okay. So check this out now. This is Data Privacy and Integrity Advisory Committee. The use of RFID for human identity verification. Hold on, let me get some glasses. I can't see a damn thing. Oh, shit. Here we go. Okay, the use of RFID for human identity verification, adopted December 6, 2006. Okay, now 2006. A lot of you people, a lot of you brothers who are in the truth, or men are in the truth, or people, I should say, you didn't even know about RFID technology. Okay, because the growth of the truth, not the truth, I don't want to say it that way. The enlightenment of people and brothers who are in the truth now came about anytime after 2008. So this RFID technology was already put in place before a lot of you brothers even got into the truth, man. All right. And as it states here, for human identify. So where is this technology going to go? How is this technology going to be beneficial to these devils in identifying people? Okay. So I can read it, but damn, I'll have to. What I'll do is I'll put the link in the description box. Okay. It says report number 2006-02. Okay. It says, you know what? I believe there's a typo up here. It should say human identity verification, but it says human identify, because down here in the subject line here it says the use of RFID for human identity verification. That makes more sense. All right. Yeah, so I read this earlier. It's 13 pages. I didn't read the whole thing, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay? This radio frequency identification, at the end of the day, is going to be put in place to identify you by means of radio frequencies, whether they be low band, high band, direct, indirect. You are going to be identified, and you are going to have some type of device or some type of application, okay, if you will, inserted somewhere, okay, on your body that's going to what? Make it accessible to be tracked. Now, you had a couple fools who said, what if you don't have a right arm? Then that defeats it. Or what if you don't have, legs or what have you? What if you put it in your butt cheek? How about this? It doesn't matter where you get that shit. If you get it, you're out of here. See, you cats trying to get slick with the Most High, man. You trying to get slick. Trying to play the Lord like a sucker, man. What if you get it? You can get it in your butt, and that's gonna be That's going to be what you men are going to tell your congregations too when that time comes, man. As long as you don't get it in your right arm, or as long as you don't get it in your forehead, you'll be all right. Because the scriptures doesn't say anything about getting it in your butt cheek. But that's how simple you people are. And what's going to happen? These congregations are going to eat that shit up, man. They're going to eat that shit up. Why? Matter of fact, let's go from here. Now, bear with me because this thing threw me out of my... All right, here we go. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so we read in Habakkuk that he's going to heap to himself all nations and all people, right? So let's go to Revelation 13. I'm going to get right to the points. I'm going to get right to the point here. Right in 15, right? And it says, and he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so the image is already out there, man. You just take a look at Omar Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein. They weren't trying to worship the image, and what happened to them? Esau put them to death. All right, and many other individuals out there who we don't know about. You know, some of these, high-ranking politicians. Look at the president of Haiti. He wasn't trying to worship the beast, and look at what happened to him. He's dead. That's all Esau. That's Esau all involved with that. Verse 16 is the points I'm gonna speak on, and it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Okay, now going back to Habakkuk, what Habakkuk said, he heapeth unto himself all nations and all peoples. How is he going to do that? This is how he's going to do it, by means of that RFID microchip, because this is echoing the very same thing. He causeth all, not some, not a few, not a smidge, all. All right. So one would bring an argument. What about those over in the lands where there's no electricity? Well, he's already taken care of those people. Just look at the Georgia Guidestones. All right. And Bill Gates of hell said it best. If they do a very good job with vaccinations, they can bring that number down. And that's damn near a quote from what he said, man. All right. But all that being said as well, it says he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. Now here's the point in verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark. Okay. So now here's where everybody gets all touchy, man. Keep in mind, it's not about the application. It's about the RFID technology. All right. It just so happens that he's going to use the application, which is the microchip. All right. Because once again, your cell phone has the technology. Those little ankle bracelets have the technology. Your TVs have the technology. Your cars have the technology. Your smartwatch, your phone, all these things have the technology. You wear it and you carry it on a daily basis. Okay? Shit. Even your computer IP address is going to be able to identify who you are, what videos you put up, what you're talking about. But for some reason, you people think it's so far-fetched that he would insert a chip inside of you that's going to track your every movement and prohibit you, okay, from buying and selling if you don't receive it. This is the devil. This is Esau we're talking about, man. Think about the shit he has done on the planet Earth. And if you think long and hard enough about all the atrocities he's committed, do you think this is a very hard task for him to fulfill? All right. So once again, man, this RFID technology is everywhere. It says that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, if you will, 666. All right. So a lot of people are going to take that chip. Why? Because they're going to want to eat. They're going to want to take care of their family. All right. And not only is it going to be, stuffed in humans, but also the commodities in stores. They also have RFID technology. It's going to be everywhere. All right. Everywhere. They say it's about the size of a grain of rice, right? Now check this out. Does my cell phone operate on radio frequency? Let's see. Cell phones emit low levels of non-ionizing radiation while in use. The type of radiation emitted by cell phones is also referred to as radio frequency energy. Okay? Now, you can throw ID in there if you want, because your phone can track you. It can identify who you are, where you are. You ever go somewhere? You ever go somewhere and your phone be in your pocket or your purse? Then when you pull your phone out, it says, do you want to rate, the Cheesecake Factory? Do you want to rate, such and such, shoe store? Why? How does that happen? Because your phone is a radio frequency identification application as well, and it identifies you, where you were, how long you were there. The same thing is going to be with this RFID microchip. It's going to be the same exact thing. All right? And you seen the document I pulled up. The document speaking about how they're going to implement this chip. It says here, the use of RFID for human identity verification, Homeland Security. All right. And that was back in December 6, 2006. They was talking about this. Now here it is, about to be 2022. Come on now. What do you think is about to happen, man? They're already telling you, if you ain't got a vaccination card, you ain't going to be getting nowhere. Right? So think about it. Think about it. They want you to have a card, or you ain't going to be able to get into certain locations, man. Likewise, when this RFID microchip gets implemented, you ain't going to be able to buy a goddamn thing. Don't worry, you will see. As Joe Biden said, mark my words, you will rule on this. Good old Sleepy Joe. And that's another whole thing to talk about at some point in time. All right. Yeah, so that's just about it, man. That's just about it. So all in all, at the end of the day, it's going to be about the RFID microchip. Now, if you look here, you see these little chips in there. They're going to implement these chips inside of you. As a matter of fact, let me get the DAG out. Now, this is the Manchurian Candidate. All right. So let's play a couple clips of this here. This is Denzel.
Somebody put an implant inside me. I got a good feeling they put one in you too. You need to get help, Ben.
Hear that? He said, somebody put an implant inside of me, and I got a good idea they put one in you too. All right. And my man said, you need to get help, because he don't know. His brain and his mind has already been altered with that nanotechnology. That's also in that them solutions, if you will. Esau is the devil. The Lord is making him to be the perfect devil created. And you know what? Esau's obedient to the Most High, because he's fulfilling the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai on the left-hand side, man. Unlike Israel. And you wonder why the scripture says we are stiff-necked people. Esau's doing what he has to do, man. He's putting the ball in play. And then he's following the will of Yahweh Shem Shai to a T. Esau is. Alright?
Not crazy, Shaw.
Now the Esau said, you need to get help. And what Denzel just said to him, I'm not crazy. And that's the way you people see us, man. We tell you about the RFID microchip, being the mark of the beast. Oh, you niggas is crazy. You guys are crazy. Y'all need help. You see? Alright, so let me play this last two clips. Play these last two clips. Alright, I'm gonna play this one first.
Somebody got into our heads with big steel-toe boots, cable cutters, and a chainsaw, and they went to town. Neurons got exposed, and circuits got rewired. Our brain cells got obliterated, Raymond.
You see? And that's what's going on with this RNA, with this DNA, this vaccination stuff. All right? They're changing your body's natural, ability to do certain things. Go ahead. Now, mind you, this is 2004. But check it out.
Please. You need to get help, Ben. What are you doing? Congressman! Come on, get Bit him. Get him out of here.
Alright, so what Denzel did was he bit the microchip out of his back. Okay? And once again, this was 2004. Long before a lot of you people came into the truth, long before a lot of you people knew or heard about the RFID microchip, okay? Being about the size of a grain of rice and so on and so forth. Now, let's just get a little close up on what he did when he bit it. You see that? See, fucking Satan, man.
Big steel-toe boots.
I think it's 34. There you go, 37.
Congressman!
Anyway, I had it all queued up so you can see. I had it all queued up so you can see the chip in his shoulder blade. Let me see if I can get it. I can't get that shit, man. He's not the devil. You really can't see it, too tough. Anyway, he bit the chip out of his back. All right, and once again, they're going to put these things in you. They're going to do it. This is the mark of the beast. This is what the mark of the beast is. This RFID microchip. It has it in its movies, in video games, and you name it, they do it, man. They're doing it every which way you turn. But for some reason, you people can't receive or believe that this is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna end it with that. I had it queued up so you could see exactly what it was, but of course, Satan. Anyway, all right, like I said, I only brought out 2 scriptures because they were the key points of the lesson. How Esau is going to heap to himself all nations. How is he going to do that? By means of this RFID technology. Okay, and it just so happens the application he's going to use is a chip that has its own antenna, that has its own power source, and that's going to be administered. All right. So Lord willing, I'll see you brothers in another show. Until then, I say shalom.